What are the causes of infertility in the female gender?
Okay, so
Or probable causes?
Probable causes. Well, so very commonly we have what we call ovulation problems. We call that anovulation. Okay. Ideally, a woman should release her eggs regularly. Okay, so if this doesn't happen, this will make it more difficult for her to get pregnant. Now, apart from that, we have fallopian tube problems. Because you see, when the egg is released, it passes through the fallopian tube to go and meet with the sperm. So if for some reason the fallopian tube is blocked, the sperm and the egg are unable to mate, and then there'll be an issue. Looking at the factors that may be responsible for infertility in women, high on the list will be abnormalities of ovulation.
Okay.
Yeah, because what we expect is that a woman should release eggs regularly. Okay, but at times this doesn't happen, and if this doesn't happen, it will make it more difficult for her to get pregnant. Because
there will be nothing to fertilize.
Exactly. So the other part of this also is abnormalities of the fallopian tube.
Okay.
Now, so the fallopian tube is like a bridge between the ovary where the egg is released and the lining of the womb, the uterus. Okay, so if for some reason this bridge is blocked, then the sperms and egg cannot meet. We can't even talk about a conception. Okay. Another common thing that may happen will be in the lining of the womb. At times the sperm and egg has been fertilized, but for some reason they can't get a good site to implant in the lining of the womb. So that can be an issue. Then other gynae conditions, so we call something endometriosis.
Okay.
So endometriosis is a condition in which the lining of the womb is present in other parts of the body. It causes very severe pain. It's a very, very difficult issue to manage. But we know that it causes infertility also.
How?
Well, it causes infertility because, as I said, the lining of the womb is present in other parts of the body.
Yeah.
So what tends to happen is that as that woman is, as you see in her period, and the flow is coming out, the other lining is also bleeding. But the bleeding is not coming out, it's accumulating inside. So all of this leads to accumulation of toxic substances, leads to blockage of fallopian tubes. It's a whole lot of unpleasant stuff.
That could fight even the
embryos.
What about things like ovarian cysts?
Okay, well, what ovarian cysts will cause is abnormalities of ovulation.
Okay.
Yeah, and the good thing is that, you see, a woman has two ovaries. So if ovarian cyst affects one ovary, the other ovary is there to function. Yeah, so the fertility will be compromised, not that it will be out entirely.
So it still has like a spare.
Exactly, to fall back on.
So what happens if the spare is also...
Then we'll have a problem. Then we'll have a problem. So abnormalities of ovulation is a major cause of infertility.
Major cause.
Yes, it is.
You talked about the genetics of the sperm cells.
Right.
Do we have a similar thing?
Okay.
On the other side as well?
Incidentally, we do.
Okay.
We do. But what that correlates more with women is age.
Oh.
Yes.
As you advance in age.
Exactly. So the genetic materials, they deteriorate. And that's why we're more likely to have miscarriages after a certain age.
After a certain age.
We're more likely to have fertility issues after a certain age. And that's why abnormal, handicapped children are more likely to be born after a certain age. Because genetic material in the woman's eggs are damaged.